All right, we're recording. All right, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Today is March 25th. We're at 5 p.m. Eastern for our second edition of our Member Extravaganza kickoff with none other than Dr. Ivan Misner, who's joined us. And so as you're filtering in, go ahead and throw in the chat if you would, where you're from, what region you're in, what chapter you're in, and welcome. We're absolutely thrilled to have you here. Aren't we, Dr. Ivan Misner?
Absolutely. This is like the biggest turnout we've had for the launch of a member extravaganza ever. These two meetings.
Yeah, we had a couple hundred this morning, and what are we up to right now? 120 this afternoon. And so this is good. We're really wanting to make Member Extravaganza this year the best that it's ever been. We're going to go much bigger this year. We got a bigger ship. We're going to have more people attending, and it's going to be bigger and better. Ivan's going to get a bigger suite. We'll talk about that here soon too. And it's going to be an amazing time building relationships, having fun, and growing our chapters right at the same time. So super excited. And Jahira, have you joined the call? Are you on? Okay, good. Thank you. Great. And so welcome everybody. I'm going to start the PowerPoint real quick and want to thank Ivan for joining us on a call. Ivan, you want to give us some opening remarks there?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. We've been doing membership drives or member extravaganzas for almost 38 years. We've been doing them almost every year. And the goal is to be able to help build local chapters and local communities. And we're going to talk a little more about that when we get to the slide on how much business we generated in the previous 12 months. But I'm really excited to be here. If you're a member or a director, absorb all the information here, because in the next 2 months, you could really make a huge difference in your chapter and in your business as well.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir. Yeah, and thank you. And just appreciate your willingness to jump in. And we're going to be doing these calls, guys, every week. And Ivan's going to join us as well. And we want to really build a lot of momentum and a lot of excitement towards Member Extravaganza this year. And couldn't thank you enough, sir, for your just your desire, your willingness, and your energy to want to jump in and help this year be the best it's ever been. And so super excited. Thank you guys for joining. And we got a lot to share. And at the end, Ivan is going to take some questions. And so if you have questions, you can either put them in the chat, put them in the Q&A, and we'll get to those here in a bit. And so first off, this is our second call of the day, and we are going to be doing these every week. And so share these with your fellow chapter members, other chapter members in your regions. And we want to build a lot of audience. We'll be sharing a lot of great content. Ivan's going to be sharing a lot of great stories from past member extravaganzas. And how long have we been doing cruises for these, Ivan? Oh, he's muted. Yeah, you muted yourself. Somebody muted him.
Maybe that's a rookie move. We started doing cruises, I think, in the late 80s. I'd have to go back and look at my PowerPoint presentation where I have all of these. We've tried all kinds of things. We tried, you bring in a certain number of members, you get a free year's dues. That was the worst of all of the membership drives we ever had, because people, they want value add. So we did prizes of certain types. We did, you can get a weekend at a hotel. None of those worked well. The only thing, we did some trips like to Vegas and some to New Orleans. They worked reasonably well. The only thing that has consistently worked really, really well for Member Extravaganza is a cruise. And the reason for that is that not only is it fun, because it is fun, but I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be hanging out with the members. I will spend more time with members in that weekend than I spend with most directors or two. So that's the reason why cruises. Oh, you're gonna want to mute everybody there. That's the reason why cruises work so well, is people really want to spend time meeting other members from around the country, and hopefully, meeting me and hanging out with me a little bit.
Yeah, and that'll be fun. I mean, that'll be an amazing time, right? I know as a member of Miami-Dade last year, I was hoping to win that contest as well. And super fun time. And when you're on a cruise ship, you got nowhere to go. And so everybody's right there together, having a blast, eating together, right? Dancing together.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. I will be at every dinner. with the whole group. I'll be talking to people every day, and I'll have a presentation that people are welcome to come to, and we're going to do a couple of other things, which I'm sure you're going to get to.
Yeah.
And just for the record, Ron, I'm not a big fan of cruises, but I love the BNI cruise.
I know,
because I get to hang out with members for 3-4 days.
Yeah, and I know you do love it. You really, really do, and the members love it. And I mean, to get to hang out with you for a couple days and just live it up and listen to you talk and inspire them and just talk about BNI and how it all got started and where we are today. And it really is truly magical. And to get to have fun too. And I couldn't imagine a better time than doing a cruise with you. And so I'm jealous. I want to go. But anyways, I'm not sure I qualify in my role. But anyways, I'm sure a lot of people are going to get to go this year, and it's going to be an amazing, amazing time. And so just want to kind of look back to last year. And, last year, I think between US Core and Franchise, we had about, 20 some odd winners, and they brought their plus ones. And it was a cruise out of Port Canaveral, I think, right? Was it Miami or Port Canaveral? I think Port Canaveral. And where was it? Was it
I'm not sure. It was in Florida.
Yeah, I don't remember. Anyways, but it's on Independence of the Seas, which is a great ship by Royal Caribbean ship. This year, it's going to be on a bigger and better ship. And so it was a good time last year. And this year, we anticipate sending a lot more people on this cruise with Ivan.
I'd like to see us send 100 members or more, and of course, their guests with them. The record, by the way, is somewhere around 240. So about 120 members, roughly, is the record for the largest turnout to a membership drive cruise.
I'd love to see us break that this year. What do you think?
I think we can come close this year. I think we'll break it next year, but I think we can definitely come close. Hey, maybe we can break it this year.
Let's do it, right?
Why not?
I double dog dare everybody to do it. So let's do it.
Double dog dare them. Okay.
All right. Anyways, here we go. This is huge, guys. Past 12 months. Ivan, what does this represent?
So this is so powerful. In the last 12 months, in the rolling last 12 months, we passed 15.4 million referrals, and we generated for our members worldwide 23.7 billion US dollars in thank you for closed business. Now, I want to put this in perspective, and I want to talk about why this applies to membership drives. I want to put it in perspective by saying, if you take a look at the United Nations estimates of GDP, gross domestic product, UN estimates of GDP, there are actually 100 countries in the world with a lower GDP than what BNI did for thank you for closed business in the last 12 months. That amazing. Blows my mind. We are absolutely making a difference in communities all around the world. We're contributing to the economy all around the world. And that's the reason. There's at least two big reasons why you want to participate in this membership drive. One is to help your community, first and foremost. Second is to help you in your chapter. Because we've learned, and over the next few weeks, I'm going to be giving you some data and some podcasts where we have learned that when a chapter doubles its size, it can triple. Did I mention triple?
I heard triple.
Triple the number of referrals. So when a chapter doubles its size with good members, not just warm bodies. You know, some chapters, the only test they give for a new member is the mirror test, where they stick the mirror under their nose, and if it fogs up, you're in. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about good quality members. So you bring in good quality members, you can literally triple the number of referrals within a chapter. I want to make a difference for more people. That's what I want. And we're doing that year in and year out. And I want to do that in the US. The US is still the #1 country in the world for the number of membership. And I want to see us continue that. And I want to make a bigger difference in communities all over the United States. And more importantly, I want to make a difference for you, the members of BNI. And I want you to generate more business. And the way to do that is to increase the quality of increase the number of members and quality members in a chapter. And that's why we're doing this member extravaganza.
That's amazing. Double your chapter size, triple your referrals. And that's life-changing, isn't it? That You know, I had a phrase in Miami that BNI truly will grow your business. It'll change your life because it has mine, and it'll really impact your community. And that's really what it's all about: impacting communities, growing businesses, and changing lives. That's really
It
what
is about impacting communities, Ron. And, I have so many people who say to me, why is BNI not a household name? A household name? Well, it's because we have hundreds of thousands of members. You're not going to be known as a brand to millions of people unless you have millions of members. And you have millions of members, you make a bigger impact. Instead of 23 billion, I want to generate $100 billion in business for our members.
Let's
And in
go.
order to do that, we need to continue to grow. We do have 39 years. I didn't say this in the previous call. We do have 39 years of consecutive growth, Ron. There are very few companies in the world that can say year on year on year on year that they've had 39 years of consecutive growth. Well, we've had that in BNI, and I'd like to see that in the U.S. this year.
I love it. 39 years of growth. That's mind-boggling, isn't it? It's incredible. Companies out there would love to have that for 2, maybe 5 years, but 39 years is incredible. So thank you very much, Ivan. Amazing. 23.7 billion. And it's a staggering number. It's a fun number to say, isn't it? 100 billion would be better.
100 billion be even better. Yeah.
That'd be an amazing number.
I see we're starting to get some questions in. If you have questions, raise your hand so that we can, I see your question, Shirley, and I want to answer it. So raise your hand, because if you put the question in the chat box, we'll miss them. Yeah, so we'll get to your questions at the end. Sorry, Ron, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Just to look back to 2023, and this is a great photo. This is one of many photos. We're sharing a lot of photos over the coming weeks. And we actually have a winner from last year on the call. She's right here to your left, to our right, Jahira, and wanted her to unmute and just kind of share with us her experience, what she did to qualify last year down in Miami-Dade, and what she thought of the cruise and the impact that, Ivan and all the others had on her life.
Hi, everybody. Hi. I haven't seen you for a long time, Ron and Ivan. I feel like it was such a long time ago. No, we actually spoke this morning a little bit with other members about the cruise. And it was very impactful for me because I got to meet other members from all around the nation that won the contest. The way that I was able to win was because I brought in about 8 members last year around the time of the contest. I wasn't even aware the contest was happening. Thank you. And for me, it was great. I was able to bring my significant other. And when I walked into the room, Ivan was there with all the other members. And he actually remembered me from a past event. So I thought that was amazing. So thank you so much for remembering me, Ivan. Very friendly, very warm. We got to do a lot of dinners and a couple of happy hours with all the other members. We did a lot of member-to-member connection, which that was great. I'm still talking to a lot of the members that we met at the cruise. We connect through LinkedIn or through Facebook or through WhatsApp, and we still talk. So that was an amazing experience. We also got to speak about Ivan's book, Who's in Your Room. That's what we chose as members of the group. And I can't say enough that it was an amazing experience. Got to spend time with everybody, and it was nice to be recognized for being part of BNI and bringing in people and so forth. So it was an amazing experience. Thank you.
It was great spending time with you and the other members that were there. I know we had fun, and it was not only the dinners. I'm at every dinner, but I kind of hang out at the bars, and sometimes we do a little ask Ivan around the bar. And this time, I have taken my BNI suite and I have personally upgraded it to a larger suite. So we hope to be able to, in addition to the things we're going to do, we're going to have a mixer, we're going to have a presentation, we're going to do the dinners. But one of the things I hope to do is have a party at Ivan's. So there'll be a party in my suite on one of the evenings. So I look forward to seeing you guys there.
Party at Ivan's sounds amazing.
Party at Ivan's. And I've got photos of the suite, Ron. We'll show it in the next week or two. And it's like I said, I upgraded personally to this suite so that I could the only reason I did it was so I could have a party with the BNI members.
It's going to be amazing. And let me tell you guys, a suite on this ship is absolutely staggering. This is a Laura de Seas. It's an Oasis ship. It's one of the largest ships that Royal Caribbean has. I've been on this ship before, and let me tell you, it is spectacular. They have a central park on it, a zip line, 2 flow riders. I mean, diving, it's absolute ice skating. It's absolutely amazing. So the suite on this ship is going to be muy grande. Is that right, Jahira? That was good, right? And
Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty awesome.
yeah, it's going to be a good time. You want to field a couple questions real quick before we go on?
Me, I'm happy to. Shirley says I'm an amazing storyteller. Thank you, Shirley, and a lot of fun, especially after a glass of wine or two. Thank you very much. And I see you have a question up about being able to get extra tickets. You want to go ahead and ask that question, Shirley?
Yes, I would be honored to. So yeah, I'm thinking about, we've always done it where we put chapters in buckets. So once 3 or 5 chapters qualified, we would draw out of that bucket.
Yeah.
So I would kind of like to have more buckets and more opportunities than just one out of, however many members. And then I also would love to send my area directors. And I want to talk about, I just want to quickly share why I would like to send more people. I sent one person last year, Jennifer Fletcher, and she came back more motivated and more fired up about BNI than I've ever seen anybody. She went as a good member. She came back as a fully engaged, crazy, amazing member. And it was just from hanging out with all those people.
That's what I love to hear. And Shirley, talk to Dana. I know Dana's talking to you on the chat box. Talk to Dana about working with the BNI travel agent who's handling this. I'm guessing, I could be wrong. Don't hold me to this. It's being recorded. Don't hold me to this. But I'm pretty confident that we will be able to add spots if necessary. There's usually a little wiggle room for adding spots anyway.
Right.
So Dana, talk to Brenda, see what we can do. But yeah, let me just say, Shirley, I love you. I love you because you see the benefit of sending people to an event like this, because they're not going to I'm not just going to be walking by them. I'm going to be hanging out with them more than I do at conferences, because conferences and conventions are so big and there's so many people. I can't hang out. I want to be hanging out with people, talking to people, spending time, having fun. Yeah. Send them, Shirley. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm going to. So I might be the reason why they moved it from 6 qualifying to 3. I was like, we got to get more people doing this, because that's the benefit, is them hanging out with other BNI rock stars. I mean, the more you send and the more people are there, the better experience it is for everybody.
Yeah, very true.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Shirley. Ron, do you want to hit this
Yeah, my
slide? Then we'll
pleasure.
take Mark's question.
Yeah, we'll hit the slide. You want me to cover the slide, sir?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm happy to review it. Members, this is the extravaganza. The travel dates are October 4th through 7th. Members will be entered into a drawing to win the cruise in Royal Caribbean. The actual membership drive is from April 1st through May 31st, and members who sponsor new members into any chapter within the same region. It's got to be within the same region. There's a lot of technicalities as to why it needs to be within the same region. They'll qualify for the drawing. If anyone brings in 3 or more members to the chapter, they qualify. And for every person you bring in, you get 1 chance. So if you bring in 3 people, you get 3 chances. You bring in 10 people, you get 10 chances. And a member who sponsors 3 or more into the region then qualifies automatically to go in. And there'll be at least 1 winner per region, unless you're in Shirley's region, then it might be more. Who knows?
Good job, sir. Yeah, absolutely, guys. And so Shirley alluded to it, and Ivan just shared it. Last year it was 6 members in the 2 months for chapter to qualify, and this year it's 3. And so every chapter will qualify for the drawing if they have at least 3 during the period of April 1 to May 31st. And if you're a member and you sponsor 3, you qualify as well. You're going to get three of your names in the hat. And so the more you sponsor, the more names in the hat you get. I think that's why Jahira beat me last year. She had so many of her name in the hat. She had more than I did. And so you better the chances of winning. And so, and we are going to have at least one winner from every region. Mark, you got a quick question?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Just to clarify, I know how Member Extravaganza works. I've done this for like 17 years. I always enjoy it. Is there any type of leadway So we had a member that needed to do an application before April 1st, but there will not be an induction. And some of that was due to the financial of it, but they were unable to be available to be inducted before then. So if they're inducted after April the 1st, would they still be able to be counted as part of participation in that mechanism?
I don't know the answer to that question. Maybe Ron does. When will they go into BNI Connect?
After April, sir.
Oh.
Or I'm sorry, yeah, April.
Then I think that's the answer. If they go into BNI Connect after April,
That's correct.
and that's probably the answer. And one of the reasons why we do this, like we start communicating it a week before it starts, is because people gunny sack members, which we don't want. But you know, a week here, a week there, we don't care. So yeah, put them in the system next week. I can't guarantee that that's going to be a correct answer, but I believe it to be a correct answer.
I will confirm that and get that out to everybody. That's a good question.
Yeah, good
right.
question, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good question. And so that's the qualifications, 3 for a chapter to qualify. We want every chapter to qualify. And as a member, you can qualify by sponsoring 3. And then the cruise, 4-day, 3-night cruise for 2. So you and your +1 going to the Bahamas and Royal Caribbean's island, Coco Cay, which I've been to. It is absolutely amazing. And it's gonna be a great time. It really, really is. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And what a better way to do it than to sponsor members, grow your chapter, double your chapter size, triple your referrals, and grow your business. That's what it's all about. Any more questions? We have some more Q&A here.
I know there's a question in the question box from Catherine. Catherine, that's a pretty complex question off topic. Maybe I can cover it in another event that I do. But it's fairly off topic for today. Yvette, you had a question?
For those of us that are launching chapters, a lot of times when you're launching, repeat.
I like your background.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm actually a travel agent.
Perfect.
But for those of us that are launching chapters, a lot of times we wind up sponsoring 4 or 5 of the initial core drivers. Will that count, or because we're launching the chapter, it will disqualify us?
Yeah, we've almost never done kickoff chapters as part of the member extravaganza. It's almost always been existing chapters, and there's a number of technical reasons for that, and that's the case this time around. So a new chapter won't be part of the member extravaganza, only existing chapters.
Thank you. And so Debbie Ruiz has got a question. If a chapter adds 3, anyone who sponsors 1 will go into the drawing. Yes, that's correct. And
Yes.
if you personally sponsor 3, but your chapter doesn't qualify, you still do. And that's absolutely correct. That is correct, Debbie. Yeah. If your
So I mean, let's say you sponsor 2 in your chapter and 1 in another chapter as an individual, then you've sponsored 3.
Yep.
Then you qualify, all 3 go in.
Boom. Sure do. Good question. Yep. Any other questions? If anybody's got any questions, you can go ahead and raise your virtual hand, and I've been be happy to answer those.
Your virtual hand.
Yeah, that's like the little emoji.
Yeah.
Different than the real hand.
Yes, indeed. Any other questions?
Anything?
You guys are easy on me for the most part.
Very easy. The earlier crowd was a little tougher, right?
Yeah, they have more questions. Oh, here we go. Red. Hello, Red. Good to see
Hey,
you.
Ivan, it's so good to see you. I just want to say that our region's really excited about this, about the cruise. And I just celebrated 25 years in BNI, and I think I've almost been to all of them but 2. And it is very motivating. You come back so pumped up, but the engagement is just on a different level. So we're really excited about this cruise, and I'm hoping too that we will be able to send more than one winner. So thank you for doing these. I'm so excited to be on these, and hope I can get some more of my team here too. So thank you.
Yeah, invite your members to these. And for those of you who are here today, invite your members in your chapter to come to some of these calls, these webinars. We're going to be doing them every week for the next several weeks. And then maybe towards the end, like every other week, we haven't worked it all out, but every week for the next several weeks. Invite people so they see what we're talking about. And at each one, we're going to do a little bit of the same thing, but we're going to have different people who will talk about their experience. And we're going to talk about a few other things like podcasts where I talk about, double the size, triple the members. So there'll be some other topics. Every week will not be the same. I promise.
Yep. Keep coming back for more. We got another question.
Tina.
Yes. How is the not-for-profit seat determined throughout the region? Is that considered a new member or no?
I'll verify, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. Are we still doing, I have to be careful what I say here because some regions do it, some regions don't. Are you doing a free slot for the not-for-profit?
Yes, currently in our region, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron will have to get back to you on that then. I don't know.
Let me confirm that.
Yeah. But we do like having not-for-profits
we
in
do.
BNI, and we have a number that have been in for many years, including one right here in Austin. Stacy Johnson's been a member for, I don't know, 6-7 years.
Amazing. Good
Yeah,
question.
Ron, maybe you can make a note to get back on the next
Yes, sir.
meeting. So Tina, you're gonna have to be back on the next call to get the answer.
To get the answer.
Gotcha, Ivan.
Thank you. Great question. Gary.
Let me unmute. Yeah, so I'd asked it in the Q&A and I didn't see it addressed. I was curious if any of these slides are available so that when we do our chapter slides that we can like put the one that's up right now in the chapter slides for the members to see.
Absolutely. Yes.
You're
Yeah.
going to send that out?
Yes, sir.
And-
Yeah.
And
This slide
Gary, I
right
can
here.
tell you, I'm sorry, go ahead and finish, Ron.
No, you're fine, sir. I was going to say this slide right here. Yeah, you will get this, and is a social media shareable, and every single chapter in the whole United States should have that. If you don't, you'll get it very soon.
And I can tell you, if you go to my public Facebook page, which is facebook.com/IvanMisner.BNI founder, facebook.com. Here, I'll cut and paste it into the chat box, or maybe Dana can cut and paste. Oh, here, no, I can do it. That's my public Facebook page. And if you just scroll down a little bit, you'll see this slide. So you can actually save it if you want to do it right away. Otherwise, Ron will send out the PowerPoint at some point.
Yep, will do. Good question, Gary. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want all members to be aware of this, right? And we want to really build a momentum and excitement. And the more people that are aware of it, the more people that'll take advantage of the amazing opportunity. All right. Any other questions? All right.
All right. Do you have any other slides, Ron, or is that it?
No, sir. That's all. That is all.
Right. Well, look, everybody, thank you. First of all, thank you for coming. We had a great turnout to both sessions, great turnout to this one as well. And I sincerely want to meet you. So strive towards qualifying for this, because I really enjoy spending time. Although I'm not crazy about cruises, I'm crazy about members. And so I love going on these because I get to meet so many BNI members and really spend some quality time with people. So check it out. Please go back and tell your chapters, get your chapters to qualify, you qualify, and let's meet. And let's get together again next week. Tell people to come to the next week's session. We'll have some different topics as well. Ron, back to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Ivan. And great call, everybody. Thank you very much for joining. And we'll be doing this again next week, 11 a.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Eastern as well. And we will get this out to everybody. And so help us get the word out to your chapters, to your members, get these slides in your chapter meetings. And we look forward to seeing you next week. And thank you very much to Ivan Misner. Appreciate you, sir, and look forward to seeing everybody next week.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Have a purple positive day.
Purple
I love
positive.
it. I'll do that. Bye.
Love it.
Thanks, y'all.
Good day, everybody. Have a good evening. Good night.